seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is in charge.
It's always with a sense of shame. I've always been the one to blame. For everything I long to do, no matter when or where or who, has one thing in common too. It's a sin. It's a sin. Everything I've ever done, everything I ever do, every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to, it's a sin. At school they taught me how to be so pure in thought and word and deed. They didn't quite succeed. For everything I long to do, no matter when or where or who, has one thing in common too. It's a sin. It's a sin. Everything I've ever done, everything I ever do, every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to, it's a sin. Father, forgive me. I tried not to do it. Turned over a new leaf, then we tore right through it. Whatever you taught me, I didn't believe it. Father, you fought me, 'cause I didn't care, and I still don't understand. It's a
Hello guys, how are you? I hope you can hear me well. Please let me know in the chat if my sound is good or not. The comedy is not my thing, but I'm gonna start with this. I have some material for tonight. This is an air freshener, and I need to have it because this case stinks. Every day is smellier than the previous one. So let me say hello to you guys first before starting with this streaming tonight. We had Tommy Solomon. How are you, Tommy? Sistru, one of the usual suspects. An addicted co-conspirator lurking while I finish the potato salad. Enjoy your food. quietly concerned. How are you? Happy to have you here. Daisy asks, guys, I'm gonna, or if there's a moderator here, please, if you can share the channel of Daisy. Actually, I'm doing the live tonight because I was watching yesterday her video about this. Actually, everything I'm gonna say is based on her video. She was talking about the lead sheets, the documentation we have today about the Dan Doolin interview. We have the lead sheet and we have the Orion document. And thanks again to All Eyes for asking and pushing to have these documents. Awesome documentation. So thank you, Daisy, for being here. I didn't know that you were one of my subscribers, but your video was great. So basically, I'm stealing your words because your live yesterday was awesome. Kelt, how are you? Stefan is here. Rebecca is here. How are you, Rebecca? Okay, I have to check on your post. Thank you for the information. We're gonna check later. Interesting. Heidi or Heidi. How are you, Heidi? Jenny is on the building. Luis Cuevas. How are you, Luis? Happy to have you here again. Lindsay, one of the usual suspects. Could they have potentially opted to clear every lead when they started back from the beginning? Let's talk a little bit about everything here because to me the situation is even more confused than before. So we have the lead sheets, we have the Orion documentation, and I have more questions than answers. Everything here is fishy, everything here is smelly, as usual. I don't like the way the law enforcement treated this case. Is really bad. Anyways, starting to increase my temperature. Rebecca, their house of cards are falling down. Yeah, but it's too late. Maybe for the appealing process it's gonna play in favor of Richard Allen. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, they won. They won the case. So if the house of cards is falling down, maybe it's too late. Thank you. Me too. I love my t-shirt. Actually, I have 2 t-shirts like that, the same. I'm like that. I'm like crazy in that aspect sometimes. Linda's looking Miller. Just when I thought they couldn't get Amy more disgusting, bam. Yeah. Actually, I'm not bringing the receipts. The receipts were brought by you guys. This is, as I was saying before, Daisy was talking about this yesterday on her channel. A lot of you were discussing this situation in Twitter or X. So, yeah. I like your avatar, Sharon. Nice cat, sorry. Sleuth Intuition, how are you, Sleuth? Congratulations for your child. So I think it's a baby boy, right? So I'm glad for you and for your family. Classic overthinker. I can see that your Twitter account is back, so I'm happy for that. So let me scroll down. Just before starting here. Big JD, how are you? I have a very good communication with Big JD by Reddit, so nice. It's true. I never believed the tip was lost. The ISP website proved that, in my opinion. The tip was not lost, of course. This is just bad. And Jerry Holman knew about that. That information was addressed to Jerry Holman. So I don't know, guys, what to think. My ideas right now, and maybe I'm gonna change my ideas, is that in the mind of law enforcement, they thought they had the guy. since the beginning, and maybe they thought that the guy was Ron Logan, so they were just clearing everybody. Just no, we know, because we know that Jerry Holman, he has tunnel vision. We knew that during the interrogation with Richard Allen, and we knew that since the arrest of Richard Allen. Everything that was shown like an element for the guilt of Richard Allen, I'm not going to say it was fabricated by law enforcement, but was forced to fit their narrative. And maybe that was the case at the beginning of this case. I think that maybe they thought that they had the guy, maybe Ron Logan, I don't know, tunnel vision, and they was just disregarding any other lead. I don't know. I'm confusing. I'm confused today. I'm still trying to process this information. I did a short presentation here, guys. I want to talk to you. Want to see your ideas about this. So let me see who else is here. Jamie, how are you? Happy to have you here. Trial Junkie is here. How are you, Trial Junkie? Sound is good. Oh my God, I'm so late in the chat. Daisy's channel is brilliant. Yeah, I just subscribed yesterday. I think she's from Australia. And I wish you the best in your channel. It's a critical thinker. I love that. I love that. Okay, let me. Polly Walnuts, you went off the deep end, Cryptex. Still love you though. We like the same movies. Okay, at least. Lindsay, to be honest, I don't think Nick McLellan knew that this amount of actual trial exhibits was ever going to be released to us. I think All Eyes was a surprise for him. Man, the way she was pushing to have those documents is just awesome. We have to be grateful for her efforts to have those informations. Oh, it's nothing. Thanks to you. My content tonight is because of you, Daisy. So thank you. It's the opposite. Mark and Betty, how are you, Mark and Betty? Thank you for that. Digital, if they released something that so obviously contradicts what was testified to under oath, imagine what is hidden in the stuff they won't release. Imagine. And I think like 40% of the pages are marked like information not allowed to be out for the public. I don't remember the exact wording, but yeah, you're right. A lot of pages were marked like that, like sealed information, still today. So I understand that the crime scene pictures, stuff like that, but I was surprised to see that amount of pages marked as, how can I say, confidential. It's crazy. I don't understand, really. And help me here, guys, because I'm still processing. I'm not that fast. And why is that information confidential? Tell me what type of information can be confidential in this case. Okay, medical records. Okay. Crime scene pictures. Okay. But I don't understand. There were a lot of pages, a lot. What can... I don't understand, really. It's just crazy. Celt. It's only deep if you cannot swim. Hey, I love you. I love that sentence. All eyes, how are you? Again, thank you so much. I cannot stop saying thank you. All eyes, really. Awesome job. Classic overthinker. Even McLellan said the tip was never lost. It was accidentally cleared. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna go to the quick presentation I have here, guys. And I'm gonna come back to the chat. So let's... the exhibits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to dissect, or at least to go element by element in the lead sheet and then in the Orion system document. So the first thing we can see here is this is unclassified FOUO, so for official use only. That's fine. Okay, here we have I think this is like the serial or the sequential number of the lead sheet. WP, I don't know what is that, work in progress, or I don't know what is that thing. ID number, DIN, I don't know what is that. IN, I guess, is identification number. CO 74. So I think this is the 74 tip law enforcement received. And it's written lead in progress. So we know that the lead or the interview was performed by Dan Doolin. So this lead sheet, we're gonna see the clerk who received the tip. Her name, I think, is a girl. Her name is Alexis Lucas. There's a lot of people here involved in this lead sheet. It's not only Dan Doolin and Kathy Shank. There's a lot of people, and we're gonna see that. And all of those people were silent during years. So we blame Dan Doolin to remain silent, but there was a lot of people. There were a lot of people remaining silent during years about this tip narrative. So the assignment was given to Dan Doolin to interview or to follow that lead. Dan Doolin, DNR, is Department of National Resources, I guess. Let's continue here. So this was put in the Orion system. Current date, they didn't put any date, but we're gonna see the dates later. And this is gonna become like more interesting step by step. President's routine. So created by. So this lead sheet was created by someone called Alexis Lucas. I don't know if Alexis Lucas is just a clerk who was working in that, how can I say, headquarter building, or in that group or in that team to answer calls or to answer information related to the tips, or if he was or she was an actual officer. I was googling in internet. I found a couple of officers named Alexis Lucas. All of them were girls, but I'm not gonna put any picture here, because I'm not sure. So anyways, Alexis Lucas in February 16, 2017, meaning 3 days after the date of the murders, in the night at 8:45 p.m., she created this lead sheet 3 days after the murders. The same day, and this I don't understand the dates or the timing here, because it said that okay, so no, I understand now. So actually the tip was received by Holman before, like 4 hours before, because on the February 16, 2017 at 4:30, so it seems, I understand while reading this, Holman was the one who received it's going to be an email, we're going to see, from Richard Allen. This is my understanding, and you're going to correct me, guys, in the chat later. I'm going to come back to the chat soon. But according to this information, Jerry Holman was the one who received that information at 4:30 p.m., meaning during the afternoon of February 16. Okay, and then during the night, Alexis Lucas, she created that lead sheet in their system, right? Okay, now I understand better. Sources of information. So the contact method was email. So someone sent an email to Jerry Holman. Who was that? If I understand properly, that person was Rick Allen Whiteman. Mail, contact information, order 317-624330. I guess is his personal cell phone number. So it is said that the contact information is by email. So far, and you're gonna correct me, guys, but what I understand is that Richard Allen sent an email to Jerry Holman on the 16th during the afternoon. And then the clerk or the officer, Alexis Lucas, she created the lead sheet in their system. Okay. So they had the cell phone number of Rick Allen on the 16th. So the narrative. What is the narrative? Rick Allen Whiteman, we know that Whiteman is a mistake. I don't know if it's a mistake made by, well, if there was an email, I don't know if the mistake was made on purpose by Richard Allen, or if the mistake was made by Jerry Holman when talking to the clerk. It's not clear. It's not clear here. So Rick Allen Whiteman, cell phone number 317-612-4533, was at the trails Monday between maybe 1 and 3. So again, we were talking yesterday or before yesterday about this word, maybe 1 and 3. I'm gonna give law enforcement the benefit of the doubt here, even if I shouldn't. But let's say they were, no, it's email. It's by email, so I don't get it. So it's like if Richard Allen was saying, I was there maybe between, it's not between, it's maybe 1 and 3. Okay, it's confusing here, guys, again. The word maybe in this lead sheet, I don't understand. Again, let's come back. Rick Allen Whiteman was at the trails Monday between maybe 1 and 3. He advised he did see 3 young females. So this information was entered by Alexis Lucas during the night of the 16th of February 2017. That's the narrative. Leads from Delphi investigation. Lead number. Identification number C0007401. So here they added the number 01. I guess 01 means in progress, lead in progress. I don't know. So again, it's an identification of the lead sheet. Type, action required. So they needed to follow this lead, action required. Lead precedence, routine. Status, awaiting assignment. So I guess at this point, the lead sheet was not yet assigned to Dandulin that day, and which is normal. Maybe they were waiting for the next day to assign the lead sheet to Dandulin. 2, CCSO investigations. I don't know what is CCSO. CC is maybe Carroll County. SO, I don't know what is that. So anyways, I guess it's gonna be it is required to be followed by Carroll County investigations. That's how I understand this. Lead, contact Rick about seeing girls. See if he observed other such as possible suspects. Here there's something really interesting. Why in that lead sheet they use the name Rick and not Richard? Why not Richard? It's the first time this guy contact law enforcement, and in that lead sheet they use Rick. It's like a very friendly way to document that lead sheet. I don't know, to me it's like if Holman knew already Richard Allen, or if this guy or this girl, Alexis Lucas, he was familiar to Richard Allen, because it's not normal. If I receive an email or a phone call from Richard Allen, and I write Rick, I don't know, guys, what do you think? But to me, it's interesting. It's very interesting. They didn't use Richard in the lead sheet. They used Rick. Why? Good question. So the idea was to contact again Rick to see, to have more information about the girls he observed, and to see if he observed other persons that could be potential suspects that day. Here, I don't know why, when you see leads in progress, there's like a correction there. I don't know why someone wrote something here. I don't know if it's clear in the screen, guys, but again, we have the identification number of the lead sheet, the DINC00074, leads in progress, and just between leads and progress, there's some type of correction. I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I'm going too deep and reading too much between the lines, but why is there this correction here? I don't know, I don't understand. I'm still thinking, and if you have some idea, let me know in the chat. Coming back soon to the chat. Let's continue here. It's writing this: nothing new. Phone info provided to ISP. So at one point, I don't know if that was the same day or 1 week after, or after talking to Richard Allen, someone wrote in that lead sheet, nothing new. I guess it's after the conversation with Richard Allen. Phone info provided to Indiana State Police. And this is the strawberry that was put on the desert. Lead cleared. Beautiful sentence here. Who did it? Why? And when? No idea. No idea. But that lead was cleared. That document, the initial lead sheet that was created on that date was printed on February 18, 2017 in the morning. So we're going to come back to this lead sheet because it's becoming more interesting every time. So this is the Orion documentation. But before talking to this, I'm going to come back to the chat because I'm sure I'm going to be super late. And I'm going to scroll a lot of comments, guy, because I think there's a lot of action in the channel, and I'm not going to be able to catch up your comments, so sorry for that. Classic Overthinker, thank you. Olais, in his interview, he said they went into the sheriff, sorry, my screen is moving, into the sheriff's office, gave them his own info, and then he met Doolin in town. You know what? I'm gonna go back a little bit in the chat. I have to scroll fast, guys, here because there's a lot of comments and you are commenting too fast. So I have to do it randomly. Quietly concerned. I found Rick Allen's phone call to his dad very compelling. Yeah, maybe we could do another show about that. Very, very interesting. He was talking to his dad like in a very normal way, like his state of mind was right. And like 2 hours after the next call, he was acting like crazy. Something happened between those two phone calls. You're right. It's interesting. Mark and Betty, has Crime Night disappeared? I think he was banned from YouTube. I think he is in another platform. I don't remember what is the platform, but yeah, something like that. Oh, Andy. So happy when I see Andy here. Awesome crowd tonight. Okay. I'm going through and making a lot of notes. All the what the fuck redacted exactly. A lot of pages were redacted. Why? I don't understand. Again, you can redact the crime scene pictures. You can redact medical records, but it's a lot. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let me go down, guys. You would think if Dandolin wrote down Richard Allen phone info, he would have pulled to ensure there was nothing to see, no connection. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The tip was received by Holman. So he knew about that tip 3 days after the murders. And when they went to the press conference in April 2017, like 1 week after the murders, he was there with Dan Doolin in the same press conference. And what the fuck? I don't get it. And by the way, let me show something here, guys. So this is the press conference that was conducted in April, I think it's April 22, 2017. And we have, of course, we have Holman here in that conference. But
over the days to come so that we can develop a tip to that tip line or to the email address that I gave you.
They're talking about the tip line 1 week after the murders. And this guy, he got that tip 3 days after by email.
To your audiences frequently over the days to come so that we can develop a tip to that tip line or to the email address that I gave you or to the website information that will be on the State Police website at 10:45. At this time, we're going to conclude the news conference. Thank you all very much for coming here today and to helping to spread the word. Thank you.
Look at this ass licker behind Holman. Like if he did something at that time. Look, petting Holman. What an ass licker, for real. And he's laughing. Just a Mongol, stupid idiot. Here, what is interesting, and I'm not gonna play the whole. I'm just gonna play a couple of seconds. Dan Doolin was behind Doc Carter the whole time during the conference. Call me conspiracy theorist. I'm fine with that, but it looks like if he was trying to hide. I don't know. He didn't want to be like in front of the camera for some reason. He was trying, and look, he was the first one, Dan Doolin, leaving that press conference. It's like if he didn't want to be there for some reason. So look at this. So this is Dan Doolin. Everybody's here trying to, hey, well done, guys. Like, let's talk a little bit after this press conference. But Dan Doolin, he was just flying away, right away. Like, I don't want to be here. Why? I don't know. Interesting, but look. Bye-bye. Anyways, that was Dan Doolin. Let me come back to, oh shit, my plate fall. This is Cripsy. So maybe tomorrow Cripsy is gonna have her pillow neck removed. So I have to come back to my original presentation. Sorry here guys for that. So I think it's there. Okay. So again, going to the chat. Let me see here, guys. There's a lot of comments, so hard to follow. Digital, is there an actual man who lives in that area named Richard Allen Whiteman? Anyways, this is not even important. That mistake, if it was made because of Richard Allen himself, or, but, sorry, coming back to my thinking. If that mistake was made by Richard Allen just to try to hide some information or to mislead investigators, it doesn't matter because they had the cell phone. So there's no way they couldn't contact again Richard Allen, even if he was giving a false name, just for the sake of the conversation. Let's say it was Richard Allen giving a false name, because I heard that in other channels. It doesn't matter. He provided his phone number, so they had the information to contact Richard Allen anytime. So on the opposite side, if the mistake was made by Dan Doolin or by that clerk, Alexis Lucas, or by Jerry Holman, the ones involved in that lead sheet, they were trying to protect Richard Allen for some reason. So it's going to be fishy on the side of law enforcement. I don't know if you follow my thinking here. We don't know if it was Dan Doolin, the one who cleared the note. We don't know who did it. We don't know if it was Dan Doolin. We don't know if it was Holman. We don't know if it was Cathy Shank. We don't know who did it. That's the thing. No way. Today, we don't know. We don't know, Chester. I think I answered that question. Holman, worst thing to happen to any investigation. Oh my God, that guy is a disgrace, incompetent. The way he conducted the interrogation to Richard Allen was just bad. If I'm an investigator, I'm gonna be ashamed of myself. And actually, I am an investigator in another field of not for law enforcement, and I know how investigations are conducted. And this guy was just bad. He was repeating the same question to Richard Allen during the whole period of time. Like he didn't even try to find a different strategy to make that interrogation work. Anyways, he's a bad investigator. Anyways, that's no breaking news. We know that. Andy Cobson, this is from the Orion files. We're gonna go to the Orion. Apparently, they are a bunch of different people, FBI, case agents, etc., not necessarily from the area, create those tip sheets. So might not be from area. But the thing is that in that lead sheet, it said that the contact method was an email, and the one who received the email was Jerry Holman. So it was sent to Jerry Holman by Richard Allen. That's how I read that lead sheet. Let me scroll down here. Sleuth Intuition. Did you guys hear that Rick Allen went public saying he's innocent? I think the strategy of the defense was not to let Richard Allen going outside to talk. It's not to him, it's to the defense lawyers. What is his email? Good point. So Richard Allen didn't email Holman. So explain to me that lead sheet because I don't understand it. It said that contact information is email, reporting person is Richard Allen, and the person who received the email was Holman. So I, I can be wrong, and thank you guys if you can correct me. But when I read that lead sheet, that's what I understand. This is some shit. Yeah, it is. Sheriff office. Who are you talking about? Alexis Lucas? I don't know. My accent is awesome. Thank you for that. Cheers, Cryptex. Good chat. You have heard they have answered a couple of my questions. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Heather, how are you? I think you were blocked by me. I don't know why, but I was looking into my blocked contacts, and I unblocked you. Farmer was also blocked before because of the event that happened between him and myself a couple of months ago, but he's unblocked now. It's time to go to another step. He gave his own name. He goes by Rick. Yeah, but I don't think he called and he said I'm Rick Allen. I don't know. Anyways, it's interesting. I think they were just writing down exactly what he said. Okay, maybe. And oh shit. Hello, Mar. How are you? Happy to have you here. So, okay, Fishy's here. Fishy, what's going on with you, Fishy? No videos, no lives. I don't understand what's going on with you. All eyes. He gave them every single way to contact him, including his email. Yeah, of course. His email, his cell phone number. So, yep. HTC is not credible on any case. What is HTC? HTC, true crime. Ah, yeah, hidden true crime. Oh my god, just bad. It's just bad. It's ass lickers, you know. There's a lot of ass lickers here in this community, and servants. Ass lickers, like hidden true crime. I respect Tom Webster, even if he's pro prosecution. I respect him a lot. I respect Steve, True Crime Web. I respect people. Fix Solve is a servant. It's dangerous. And there were a lot of exhibits in those files about him. It's just bad. Just bad. My God. But some of them, I respect some of them, like Tom Webster, like Steve, for real. So let me come back to Orion, okay? So we passed the lead sheet. Let's go to the Orion system document. So I had a mistake here. It's Orion view thread. It's like the header of the document. Delphi double homicide. Cathy Shank investigator. So my understanding is that when Cathy Shank entered into the Orion system, he logged in using that category, let's say, investigator, even if she wasn't. That's how I understand that. The interesting thing here, and we're going to see that, and this is the bomb of the situation, is that this Orion document was printed in 2019. I know you already know that. There's a lot of noise everywhere. It's not breaking news, but it's cool to have you here, guys, to discuss here. So she already knew. I'm going too fast, but anyways, let's go step by step. Cathy Shank, investigator, right? Let's continue. Investigative threat 75. So 74 was the lead. 75 I think it's the sequential number when you go to the Orion system, I guess. Last activity, February 19, 2017 at 6:40 p.m. So remember that this, we're going to see that this document was printed on 2019. And it said that the last activity was in February 2017. So it's like they didn't do anything during 2 years, actually more than that. But this is the document that was printed in 2019, in 2019. And when they printed this document, it is said that the last activity related to that tip in regards of Richard Allen is from 2017. So the interesting thing here is, one of the interesting things is that Cathy Shank, he already knew about that tip in 2019. So it's just a circus. It's just a fake stuff. That narrative that they were trying to push, saying that she, by miracle, she found the tip in 2022. It's a lie. It's a total lie, because we know now that she entered into the Orion system in 2019. So I don't know if you follow my thinking, but this is fabricated. This is elaborated. Again, call me conspiracy theorist, but this is really smelly. Again, the comic section of the live air freshener. When we talk about this, it's really bad. And I forgot what I wanted to say. Okay, hit the like for sure. You have to hit the like, guys, because I was working hard to prepare this 7 minutes presentation, which took me like 3 hours. So this is the life of the YouTube content creators. You work 3 hours to have 7 minutes of content. So please hit the like. It's going to be appreciated. Let's continue here. Again, the identification number of the original lead sheet is 74. Narrative, submitted by Alexis Lucas, again, on February 16, 2017, during the night. I think I did a mistake. It may be 8:45 p.m. So this is the same information we already knew from the original lead sheet. So Rick Allen Whiteman, cell phone number, was at the trace Monday between maybe 1 and 3. He advised he did see 3 young females. Same information, copy-paste from the original lead sheet. Reporting person, Rick Allen Whiteman, still the Whiteman family name, which is a mistake. We don't know who made that mistake. Leads triggered by the original lead sheet 74. Invest DIN 7401. Contact Rick about seeing girls. See if he observed others such as possible suspects. Okay, copy paste from the lead sheet. Lead to, I think it's Carroll County investigators. Sheriff office. I saw it in the chat. Thank you, guys. So lead to Carroll County Sheriff Office investigations. Contact Rick about seeing girls. See if he observed others as possible suspects. Lead details from Delphi to Carroll County Sheriff Office investigation. Another actor here. So we had Alexis Lucas, we had Jerry Holman, we had Dan Doolin, Cathy Shank, and now we have number 5, investigator Ashley Boone. Lead status fully covered. So apparently this was the investigator who cleared Richard Allen. I don't know. Fully covered by investigator Ashley Boone. I don't know, guys. I'm still confused. But it said that lead status fully covered, and the investigator is assigned was Ashley Boone. So 5 people knew about this lead sheet. They knew about Richard Allen. 5 people in that area. Again, this is my teleprompter. Alexis Lucas, Jerry Holman, Dan Doolin, Kathy Shank, investigator Ashley Boone, and there's gonna be another one, Teresa Gaida. So if you want to do like a print screen, can do it. 6 people knew about Richard Allen on 2017. They didn't say a word during 5 years until the arrest of Richard Allen. How great is that? People number 6. Lead coverage, full coverage, covered by Teresa Gaida. Who the fuck is Teresa Gaida? On behalf of Doolin on February 18, 2017. So fully covered doesn't mean cleared, I guess. Fully covered is like, I don't know, I'm working with my words. I don't know if those words are the same, they have the same meaning for law enforcement, but I don't think covered is the same as cleared. So they covered Richard Allen, but someone wrote cleared in the lead sheet. Anyways, it's weird. So on behalf of Doolin, so maybe Doolin was not available to enter that information in the system, in the Orion system, and it was Teresa Gaida, the one who wrote covered in the Orion system. Mr. Allen was on the trail between 1:30 to 3:30. He parked at the Old Farm Bureau building and walked to the new Freedom Bridge. While at the Freedom Bridge, he saw 3 females. He noted one was taller and had long or black long hair. He didn't remember descriptions, nor he did speak with them. He walked from the Freedom Bridge to the High Bridge. He didn't see anybody, although stated he was watching a stock ticker on his phone as he walked. I think during the interrogation he gave to Holman, Mullin, and Liggett, he didn't say that he was watching a stock. If I remember properly, and correct me again, guys, in the chat, what he said is that he wanted to come back to his house to check the stock tickers. So there's an inconsistency here, and I don't know if the inconsistency is from law enforcement or from Richard Allen. Good question. He stated, oh shit, sorry, I pressed too fast. Okay. He stated there were vehicles parked at the High Bridge trailhead. However, he didn't pay attention to them. He didn't take any photos or videos. His cell phone didn't list an IMEI, but did have the following: MEID, MEID, HEX. So I really don't know what's the difference between the 3 numbers here. It looks to me like a serial number. It's like 3 serial numbers, maybe. I didn't do any research about this, but anyways, they had the information of the cell phone at the time of the events, and even the cell phone number. So the cell phone was available at the time for law enforcement. Potential follow-up information. Who were the 3 girls walking to the area of Freedom Bridge? And this is you can see, guys, that this Orion document was printed in 2019. And we know that the person who entered into that document was Kathy Shank. So she was aware of the Richard Allen tip on 2019. So it's just fake that by miracle she knew about this on 2022, right before the arrest of Richard Allen. So again, very fishy, very smelly. I don't know, guys, what do you think about this? But I have more questions than answers tonight. Then the lead sheet, or the document was changed. The status, the classification was changed from in progress to covered. The investigator was Ashley Boone. So complete. Again, thank you so much to all eyes for this information. It's gold, it's great. And this is just one of the documents. We have to go through all of those documents to see what else is there, because it's just crazy, guys. So that's what I had for tonight. I'm gonna see, gonna go to the chat for some comments. Zeke, how are you, Zeke? Long time no see. Fuck. I think he was cleared in 2019, hence handwritten after it was entered in the system. Belly May. So that means that Doolin testimony was hearsay. He didn't enter the info. He literally recreated it. Well, at least he was the one who talked to Richard Allen. So to me, it's not hearsay. I don't know. I'm still confused, guys. Seriously. USA Libertarian, they should never use cleared publicly and even privately for this exact reason. Yeah, exactly, all eyes. We cannot know with the only info we have from the exhibit, but I really hope the fans checked up on it to find out. What's going on with Anthony France? There's something shaky in the chat. Anna Lisette, how are you, Anna? Happy to have you here. We first heard that he said he was watching the stock ticker on his phone. Later interviews, it was that he went home to do this exactly. Classic overthinker. Don't get me started on the stock ticker. Did law enforcement ever get Richard Allen's trading account information? They didn't do anything with his cell phone. Or maybe they did it, and what they found was not in favor to show it during the process. So, yeah, it's a good question. Lara, good comment here. He was looking at his stocks, and the signal was not good. So he went home to check. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for that. MEID, Mobile Equipment Identifier. Okay, thank you, Oksana. Hey, guys, if you didn't see the live we did with Oksana Luke, like maybe, 3 weeks ago, it was super cool. So you are invited to check on that live. She was awesome. Hey, Kathy, your tip smells like lead shit. It's just fishy, guys. Fishy. It's crazy. Every single piece of information we learn day after day is weirder. I don't know. Cryptex, I like the zooming in to see if there's clues that the docs were altered. Yeah, please, guys, go check on the document. I was trying to find some information there, but if we all work together, maybe we're gonna find some clues. Again, go to the channel of All Eyes. All of the documents, all of the exhibits are there. So great job she did for us, guys, as usual. Crimson Clover, you remind me of Joan Jett. I love that song. It's like Greeno has a vested interest in this guy being guilty for some reason. Not only him, some people. And you know that I think he's involved, but I cannot be blind about the smelly and fishy things we learn every day by. This is just insane. Something else is going on there. I think we don't understand yet what is behind the scenes here, for sure. And Ali said, Carter said the word cleared had legal meaning. This was not used to refer to a person. In what we see today, the information is cleared, not any one person, but the information is related to the lead sheet in regards of Richard Allen. So Richard Allen was cleared by default, by default. Yeah, thank you, Mar. That was a great live. Thank you for sharing the link. It was a great conversation with Oksana Luke and Josh. I don't know what's going on with Josh. I'm not being able to talk to him. He's not answering my messages, and I think it's the same with some people in Twitter. So we are kind of worried about him. I hope it's just that he was not able to pay the internet bill. I hope it's that and not something else. So we can help you with that if that's the case, Josh. USA Libertarian, Cryptex, maybe I should put something in my joke comments so you know to ignore them. Go ahead. No worries. Oksana, we don't even understand how big of deal was getting these docs. Yeah. All Eyes, getting the docs was a huge deal. Yeah, sure. I agree 100%. Yeah, me too. I hope he's okay. I don't know what's going on with him. This is another fishy character in this community. I have a bad feeling about that, about him, actually, for real. I don't have any proof of anything, but anyways, guys, this is what I wanted to talk to you tonight. Please let me know in the comment section what are your ideas, hypotheses. Feel free to correct me if I said something that it doesn't make sense. If you agree with me in some of my ideas, hypotheses. So it was I just had the need to talk about this for sure. There's a lot of documents to read, so we're gonna do more lives real soon. Please, guys, hit the like again. Stay in touch. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight, and see you maybe next week. Bye bye. Stay in touch, guys.